Good morning, everyone. And I wish that this could be a better moment of what I got to say. You know, last video I had talked about marriage and relationships. And I'm going to say I'm going to say something. I'm not going to say nothing bad about marriage or bad about relationships. But I will say that make sure that you find the right person. Or better yet, make sure that the person that you want to be with is the right fit for you. Yes, you're gonna go through rocky times. Yes, you're gonna go through this. You're gonna go through that. Make sure that person is the right fit for you. Because I've been going through an ordeal, and I don't like putting my stuff out there like that because I just don't. And I've been going through an ordeal for a few years now. And it's just sad that the person that excuse me, I'm sorry. The person that I'm supposedly supposed to be with, you know, has betrayed me in every kind of way. And I ain't talking about cheating. I wish it was just cheating. I wish it was, but it's not. You know, I've done nothing to this person but try to be the best I can be. Try to be a good person and do what what couples are supposed to be doing. But she does not. She does not do what she's supposed to do. I'm not gonna say like everything else. It starts off okay, but then there is some ulterior motive. And the people that know me, they know I don't change. I'm not a type of person to change. I'm not a phony. Never have been, and I never will be a phony. I don't pretend to be this. I don't pretend. I just, some people don't like when I say stuff. Some people don't like my truths. But, this person put me through an ordeal that I can never forget. You know, a few years ago, it was before then, but that was the icing on the cake. How would you feel if you got accused of doing something that you never done or never did or never would do? How would you feel like? How would you feel if that happened to you? How would you feel? Yeah, I'm angry. I'm still angry about it. You know, I haven't forgiven her because it was wrong for me to go through that type of injustice, to drag the law into this situation. But you want me to forgive and forget. You know, I've been dealing with this for a long time. And when I came back after, this ordeal that happened, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You know, this person lied to get a restraining order against me because she didn't like the fact that I stand up for myself. And I'm gonna feel like that women don't like when men stand up for themselves. And then I got to the point where I just didn't say anything. And as men, we don't say nothing no more. Because we have grown tired. We have grown tired of women always having something to say, thinking that they're that damn special that, you deserve somebody to say something back to you. And these type of women, they love the drama. They love it. They can't live life without the drama. So if you quiet and you don't say nothing to them or don't say nothing back, it makes them angry. Because once they know that you are fighting back with them, it makes them happy. But once they know that you quiet and just fed up and won't say nothing else, they're like, oh, something's wrong. I don't got his goat. I don't got his goat. So, I'm grown tired. I have. I'm grown tired. And, I try to, I talk to God every morning. I don't ask him for anything. I just tell God, thank you for waking me up. Tell God I love you, God. I love your son, Jesus. I love the angels you created. I love my guardian angels, whoever they are. I make sure that I thank God every single morning when I wake up. Because I don't have to wake up. I try to make sure every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. I try to do my best. But to some people, your best is not good enough. And you know what? It's okay. Because you know what? It's time to do for you. It's time. Do you hear me out there? It's time to do for you. It's time to love yourself more than you love somebody else. And that's for men and women. But mainly I'm talking to men. Because, through the test of time, men have put up with so much stuff. Well, it's time for us to stop. I know I'm tired. I don't know about some of you other men, but I know I'm tired. I've grown tired. Been tired. Been tired. I just want peace in my life, joy in my life. I want happiness in my life. I want to be able to smile again. I can't smile being here. I can't. I can't smile being here. But I want to make all my dreams come true. But the biggest dream I have is to get away from her. Because she has a bad aura about herself. And I don't want that on me. And some people don't believe that somebody's aura can jump off on you. It can. It can. And I don't want that aura on me. I do not. You just get tired, man. And I'm just grown tired. I wasn't planning on making this video because I don't like putting my stuff out there. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, or any other stuff that's going on. I didn't put this on here to get any negative comments. So you got negative comments, keep scrolling. I don't want no negative comments. Because, I've been hearing negativity all my life. All of it. And some of you people will not understand that. You won't understand. I've been hearing negative all my life while trying to be loyal to people that wasn't loyal to me. I got a few people that I love and trust. I actually created my own family. Because the family I'm married to, the family, my blood family, they're not worth the time. When you think that they actually care about because you blood or you married to the family, nah, it's just another thing where they use you or or discard you or you're their brother for a season. You're their brother for the moments. You're their cousin for the moment. You nephew for the moment. It's just sad that people like me and other people that's the people that's out there like me that want this have to go through storm after storm after storm after storm. I'm 55 years old. I'm not gonna keep going through these storms. People say, hey man, why you just don't just leave? If it was just that simple, I would have been left. But it's not that simple. You gotta go through different formalities to get out of situations. In other words, you need finances to get out of certain situations. But trust and believe, I'm willing to give this woman whatever she wants to acquire my happiness, my joy, and my peace. I don't care. Everybody want to talk about it. Well, it's cheaper to keep her. Or I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. Yeah, but so you do want to go through the pain and the agony. That what you want to deal with? The pain and the agony? I don't want to deal with it. I'm tired of dealing with it. I've been dealing with pain and agony for 55 years. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I feel like I want my joy. I want my happiness. I want my peace. And I'm not gonna get it as long as I'm still here in this situation. But nobody cares what you got to say. Because nobody cares if you hurt. Nobody cares. So I have to care. God cares. He cares. He loves me. I know that. For a fact. I know. He loves me. So, that's just all I really need. And the rest will follow. But y'all have a great morning. Just want to talk to y'all. I said I'm trying to put my stuff on blast, but I was just feeling some type of way because something transpired yesterday, and I'm just tired. So I'm gonna say this: the men that's like me, it's gonna get better. Trust me. I'm trying to make my thing better, so I can move on with my life. But y'all have a great morning, okay? I'll talk to you guys later.